What is up? What is up? Silver Spurs, what's going on? And Marsh, how you doing? Appreciate you guys being here. Sure, other people will be trickling in here shortly. What's up, buddy? Hey, Mandy, how are you? So, Mandy, next time you're in the Seattle area, you gotta let me know so we can meet up. What's up, Cartier? Yeah, I will text you later, Mandy, after we get off, if that's okay. What's going on, Rick? What's going on, Bear? Finally home with a day off tomorrow? Nice. My day off is Thursday. So what's everybody up to? Anybody pick up any silver this weekend? Or this week yet? I mean, it is fighting back to get to 90 again. Which is just shy of what I believe Mandy and I were thinking it was going to be by the end of the week. Yeah, however, not. So we have 7 people up in the house. Thank you all for being here. Hey, Raka. Did Michael just finish up? Or is he still running? Doing good, Colorado Coins. How you doing, buddy? I did a couple of pickups last week, so I took the weekend. Nice. Good. Good. It's nice to see there are quite a few people in chat that are members, which is totally awesome. You guys all rock. Still love this piece, Cartier. Deneen, what are you doing? Oh my goodness, look at that. Deneen, you are awesome. How are you today? Colorado Coins received a free membership. And Marsh, free membership. Justin Winch, free membership. Woodchucker Caleb, free membership. Mega Silver Stacker, free membership. Deneen tossing down memberships like she's Oprah. Thank you, Deneen. You get a membership. You get a membership. You get a membership. Well, Deneen, that's quite the way to say hello, might I add. But thank you very much, Deneen. You rock. You know, I love it when you come by just to say hi. Now you're throwing down memberships. Thank you. Yeah, Deneen came in and started making it rain. Memberships. Awesome. That's amazing. You rock, Deneen. So yeah, okay, well there's 5 more people that just got memberships. They're all now part of the Humbles Heroes. Yeah, that was cool. I have 10 to give away, so I gave my 10 away already, or I would throw down some more memberships. Yeah, I thought that was cool. Deneen, you were amazing. So Colorado Coin, a membership token right next to your name there, buddy. And Art, Justin Lynch. Wow. They all popped this time too, so that was cool. Because one time they didn't all go, only like a couple of them went. Stream me for silver. B. Waller is active. Look at Waller. Trying to pin this, but it won't let me pin it. You're just getting ready to do what yourself, Colorado? But buy yourself a membership? Just pay it forward if you really wanted to do it. It looks like Deneen already took care of it for you. So, Mandy, I am going to have my poker chips coming in tomorrow. I did not, but I got to see that. I missed a whole bunch of stuff today because my phone died while I was at work. I'm going to get my stickers will be here Friday, and my poker chips will be here tomorrow. So I'll have a bunch of new stuff coming in here pretty quick. So I'll have my Metal Mob poker chips coming in tomorrow. I'll have my new stickers coming in tomorrow, and I have Metal Mob stickers. I'm gonna have to check it out. Just got this one last night. The old Bullion Baddie. I opened this up out of the mail. So this was a Whatnot win from March 4th. I paid $36 total. I got a 1 ounce Bullion Baddie, a silver dime, and a proof quarter. An ounce of silver for 36 bucks and a silver dime. That's not bad at all. That's a huge W in my opinion. Mayo Monkey, what's going on? No, you can't beat the price at all. That was a steal. It belongs next to Maryland, does it now? We could probably make that happen, bro. You know that. Yeah, you know we can figure something out, bro. If you want it that bad, I can make it happen. We'll make it figure it out. Question is what? What up, Catcom? You were here a little bit ago. I think you left. Oh, I'm sure OC saw it already. What's up, Glass? Yeah, these come really naughty or kind of nice. So that one could have been a really naughty one. It was open before I won it, so I knew what I won before it was shipped. But the fact that I won an ounce of silver for a $12 spin, which is not bad. But I'd say total $36 because this was the bigger prize, and I always do that with Whatnot. Is I always account all my money towards the bigger prize. The fact that I got a silver dime and a proof quarter was a bonus. Naughty or nice, it was a steal. Yeah, no, it was a solid win. Solid win. So could not complain about that. Win-win all the way across the board. I mean, who's going to complain about an ounce of silver for 36 bucks? And if they point me in the direction that person's selling that ounce of silver for 36 bucks, because we need to do some talking. I'm happy you don't know how to use Whatnot too, bro. JP, I buy, so like, okay, my money that I spend on this is my savings, right? So anything that I buy is out of my savings. So when I go on Whatnot, I do have incredible luck. Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I have really, really, really insanely good luck on Whatnot. Thanks, Miss Aloha. Don't, JP. The one benefit to Whatnot is you can put in a max bid. Okay, and if somebody goes over that max bid, you can decide if you want to swipe or not. Okay, that's the benefit to Whatnot. You could decide what you want to pay and then put that in and not worry about anything else from there. Okay, but Whatnot is addictive. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I stick with 3 or 4 channels. Okay, and what I do is, like I said, I have incredible luck. Seriously, I won 4 ASEs on one guy's channel at $16 a spin, and I spent less than 50, 60 bucks. 16, 36, that's 62 bucks. That's what I spent plus shipping. I won a 1/4 ounce gold eagle on Whatnot for $62. I won that 1884 Carson City Morgan, a silver buffalo round, and 2 silver dimes for $72. So I have incredible luck. I won this $5 eagle for 130 bucks. I won this 1 gram Geiger on Whatnot for 90. I have incredible luck. I'm not telling you to do this. Hold strong, JP. I won each one of these half-gram gold bars. I was less than 30 bucks in for each win. I won a 5-ounce silver bar on a blind wheel, $10 a spin. I put in $20, and I won it. That's the problem right there, Catcom. Is you get stuck in this I want it and I don't want to get outbid phase sometimes, and it's not good. So just if you haven't the self-control that you should on a site like that, then do not do it. I'm just going to be honest. If you can hang out and win giveaways all day long, do it, because people give away free silver and gold backs and all that other shit all day long. The problem is you got 90 other people that are trying to win it. The reason they do those giveaways is to pull you into the room. Okay, when they pull you into the room, then they start showing you all this pretty silver, and it is pretty silver because all of us love silver. Okay, the problem is, and the biggest problem, honestly, is when you go past your bid. Yeah, see, that's crazy. I don't do that. I would never do that. I would never do that. All right, listen. I don't go after graded coins. I don't. But every graded coin that is in here, was less than a $20 win on every coin. Every single one I spent less than 20 bucks on. I've seen people bid $160 and win a 1 gram Valcambi. Okay, I'm not saying that you can't handle it. I'm not saying nobody can handle it. I'm not, and that's not what I was saying. I was just saying that, just be careful, because it's one of those things that's very addictive. It's very addictive to swipe. And the auctions go quick. Very quick. And honestly, if you don't put in a pre-bid, of what you're willing to pay for it, okay, then you can take the chance of swiping when 10 other people are swiping and that price jumps 20 or 30 bucks. Yep, that's it right there, Mandy. Somebody jumps it by 50 and you swipe. That's why you put in the pre-bid, guys. You can do whatnot successfully as long as you put in your pre-bid and stick to your guns. Well, you have a special auction that you go to, bro. You stick with auction or auction palooza. You say that you always get things for less than spot, so I can't see how you're spending too much. Other than the fact that you spend too much, not on the item in itself, but in total at the time you're at the auction. I think that's what you meant. Yeah, I feel you. Fortunately, I don't have money like that. Well, it depends on how long you're in a room and how many swipes you do because they charge you shipping more than once because it's all by weight. But if the seller does it properly, like I did, you can max it out on priority mail at $9. And that's the best thing to do. Plus, you're building a relationship with someone. Now, I have a relationship with all the guys of the rooms that I go to, but you gotta know someone, be there a couple of times, let them know how you like to do things. Like most of these guys, they have my cell phone number, so I talk to them and converse with them and go over stuff with them all the time. So, um, who am I again? Who are you again? Venezuela and Lithuanian coins. You just got to use a pre-bid. If you don't use a pre-bid, then you're destined for punishment. And you can get into a room that has like 500 spins and like 50 prizes, right? So that's 1 in 10, but you can go on a dry run of like 40 or 50 spins where nothing happens. And that's where it really kills you. That's gambling on the wheel. I won those. Yeah, anything really on whatnot, if you're playing a game and you're not doing an auction, it's all gambling. The one true benefit to whatnot is you still get something, but most of the time it's BS. It depends on who you are, though. I ran games where I had silver and gold up as prizes, and everybody got a silver certificate as the floor, or silver dimes as the floor. So I mean, you're always getting some sort of silver most of the time. My kryptonite is a Wheatie. Like I'd be the guy spending $15 a spin, 4 or 5 spins in, and I get 5 Wheaties in the mail. Just fucking horrible. Oh, JP Harrell. So there are live auctions, okay? But then there are also games that are called surprise sets. And in these surprise sets, you can set up a game to where you have like 100 spins, right? And then you have 10 prizes. So you have a 1 in 10 chance for that to hit, but it's all random. It's called a randomizer, okay? So you bid, you win. I hit the randomizer, and it randomizes through all those 100 spins. And if you happen to hit a pack, then you hit a pack. You put your name on the pack. At the end of the game, all the packs are revealed. Now you have ounces of silver, Morgans, 1 gram bars. I've sold 1/10 on there before. So I mean, there are mixes. I used to run a surprise set game. I'll get an IOU. Yeah. I was on there one time. I hopped in this guy's room. It was the first spin. The very first spin, I won a 2.5 gram gold bar. $15. That was his top prize in the game. It was a 400 spin wheel. I spun on the first one, and I won the 2.5 gram bar. That guy canceled my order and shut down his Whatnot. He doesn't sell on Whatnot under that name anymore for some reason. Probably because when he canceled my order, I complained to Whatnot, and I literally made a post about it. That was bullshit. Yeah, dude. I lost a 1/10 Britannia on the 12th spin at $6 a piece. Okay. I shipped it. Oh yeah, I canceled my order and no, they gave me back by $15, which in my opinion is a big. It in my opinion is a big L, a big fat fucking L. Yeah, yeah. You remember that, don't you, bud? Yeah, man, I was fucking hot. Yeah, fucking horseshit. I was pissed, you guys. I can't tell you how mad I was. Then he's like, "Oh, dude, like, can you message me?" And I'm like, "Sure." So I message him. Then he asked me to call him, so I call him, and he goes, "Hey, shill bidding, look up." He goes, "Hey, like, if I send you that 2.5 gram bar because I borrowed the money to get to it, I'm gonna be out, like, out. I needed to run a show." I'm like, "Okay." And he goes, "So can we work something else out? Like, can I send you silver and as an equivalent and a little bit of gold?" I'm like, "Sure. Send me a 1 grammer, then top off the rest in silver." He goes, "Awesome." Waited a whole week. He goes to his LCS. He gets a 1 gram Valcambi. He gets all the silver. Takes a picture of it. Sends it to me. Says, "Is this good?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "It'll be in the mail tomorrow." 10 minutes later, order canceled. Humble was not humble. No, I was pretty pissed off. I told the guy I would even work with him on it. Like, seriously, just send me the equivalent in silver. I'm fine with that. What's going on, Reckless? But he didn't even do that. So, like, what can you do? I was being pretty fucking humble, dude. By letting him change up what he was going to send me because I didn't want him to go out of business and I didn't want him to be homeless or whatever his plea was. Yeah, man, that's pretty cool, except something different on the win. But yeah, yeah. Douchebag didn't even follow through on what he said he would do. So, whatever. I always send my shit out when you had a win and it was a big one, you always got your stuff. Don't put up what you can't afford to lose. First rule at Whatnot, don't put up what you can't afford to lose. I had another friend who was struggling a little bit. I sent him some silver and $500. Bear, what are you doing? Bear throwing down some memberships. Look at that. Reckless got one. JP got one. Michael and Nancy Stacking got one. Gregory Freeman and April Davis. That. Bear, thank you, man. You're amazing. I appreciate you, brother. There's some people missing stars. There are people missing stars. That's all right, man. That was awesome. You go, Bear. W's in the chat for Bear and W's in the chat for Deneen, who threw down the first 5. We got 10 new members in the chat today. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Right there. I think he bought that bag. I think you can get a bag just like that. I really would be trying to get that one. Plus, it doesn't fit. You can't put a 1 ounce coin in it, bro. You got to fill it with bits. Bear, you rock, bro. Thank you. And yes, Cartier, he did gamble on himself, and he did lose. But in the long run, I'm the one that lost, not him. Which is fine, you know. I mean, I guess it is what it is. So I got my AdSense stuff in, so I just got to do a couple of things and be all set with it. Yeah, you know, I don't know if he just blocked me or if he's selling to other people. But it is what it is. It just sucks. Yeah. He had like 14,000 sales. I mean, he had plenty of stuff to back up on time reputation. He just was a douche. I mean, it is what it is. It's over and done with, but it just sucks. But it is what it is. So I don't know if I'm going to be rushing out to get a Poucho like others have. Um, Honestly, it's just kind of a fad to me. It is cool that Jeff told you had mail. You just got mail out of the blue yesterday from Tommy Gunn's trading cards. Tommy Gunn's trading cards. Don't know the name. Yep, Poucho. Poucho is the name of it. It is called a Poucho. I'm just like, I don't need to be putting my small silver. Why would I be buying small silver to fill a Poucho? That makes no sense to me. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to fill it with small gold. And then why would I be buying small gold that small enough to fit into a Poucho so I can put 100 bits in it? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But it's kind of the new fad right now, so. Yeah, see, I'd be putting dimes in it. He was like, oh, that Poucho. That's funny. You actually thought I said poncho. I'm like, do you have a poncho? You're like, or a poncho? You're like, uh, yeah, I like never use it or anything. It's pretty funny. That was a crazy question to ask somebody. Have to put in capsules to put in poucho. It depends on what you're putting in the poucho. Mandy, yes, Littlefoot's littler than awesome. Littlefoot is awesome. Hi, Donna. How's it going? How are you? Silver tarnishes no matter what if you have it out of a capsule. It even tarnishes in a capsule. Well, yeah. I mean, essentially, that's all it is the coin purse in the first place, a poucho. And Nick's not in the room, but we're going to show off the old panda. Love me little panda action. Yeah, that was awesome. Got Bear throwing down memberships and Deneen. You feel like you need some gold pandas? I like the gold panda. I know some people won't buy Chinese metal, but honestly, man, I'm not buying current stuff. This is from 2015, or yeah, 2015, and I got it for a screaming deal. Spot was 365 at the time. I paid 370 for it. What's up, broke? Yeah, love the hammered out silver bracelet, bro. I saw you wearing it the other night, but yeah, I saw the video. That's awesome. Got your Thor hammer out and everything, pounding the crap out of that thing. Yeah, the gold pandas are awesome. See, that's the thing about the Chinese pandas is they're always an odd size, except for like that gold 1/10, right? But they're all like 30 grams for like their 1 ounce and stuff. So you were welcome, bro. That thing was nice. Pretty cool. Now, what sterling did you melt down for that, bro? I just saw the bar. I didn't see the silver. What silver did you melt down for that? You got 19 people in chat right now. You guys are all rocking. 13 likes. That's how we do it. You Humble's heroes coming to show up. I'll put the old baddie back out. She's not sitting next to Monroe, next to Marilyn yet. About 3 live boards ago. Gotcha. I'll have to go back and watch. What'd you do with the cutoff? Because you only used part of it. So what'd you do with the part? You just saving that for a rainy day? At Cartier, pandas expensive to feed. They are. Pandas are expensive to feed, Nick. I didn't see you in chat. And there you are. I break out my panda and Nick shows up. Funny how that works. What's what bar? This one? Yeah, nice. This is a whatnot win, Nick. I last payday had a few extra bucks. 3 spins in Biva 88. 36 bucks. Yep. Got a 1 ounce silver bullion baddie, a silver dime, and a proof quarter. Priya plank. But it seems like Cartier's kind of put a claim on it already. He says it needs to sit next to Marilyn Monroe. And an ounce of silver for 36 bucks. Can't complain. A silver dime too. It's a win-win-win all the way across the board. No, it's nice as I will have my metal mob poker chips tomorrow, and I'll have my stickers on Friday. Can't wait to see what the quality of the 500 stickers looks like, because that'll determine if I go to them again, because 500 stickers for 24 bucks out the door is a really good price. I just hope they're good stickers. If they look like any of the ones that are up on my board, quality-wise, they'll be fine. They'll be more like a flat, not a gloss. But yeah, I can't wait. Woodchucker Caleb, welcome in, bro. Yeah, Bear gave you a membership. That was awesome. Membership to the Humbles Heroes, man. I mean, they're all Humbles Heroes. You still don't have a Yankee sticker? I'm not even part of Yankee stacking. I'm not a member of him anymore. I really don't follow him much. Most of his videos are always about Tim anyways. And I'm not I don't watch Silver Dragons much anymore, but like I'm waiting for my Stacking Surfer stickers to come. I mean, I've been waiting for those for a while, since the first time he was on the show. But I know how busy he can be. That's the thing with Yankee and Silver Dragons, is they're all really big. I won a 1 ounce maple from him in coloring Constitutional, and so I had his email, and I'm like, can you send me a sticker and like sign it? So he's signed it Yankee, but you can barely see it. And but his sticker's cool. You know, it's unique. No problem, bro. I'm gonna go grab something to drink, you guys. I'll be right back as well. Talk to amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Sorry, you guys. Had to get me a cup of coffee. Cumble is fading. I was getting a little tired. Need a little pick me up. Decided to go pick me up with a little cup of coffee. Give me a second here. Sorry about that. I appreciate you all for being patient with me. I was watching when I got into PMs as well. Reckless. Because they're big and they're popular, you know, it was very easy to get into them. I was members to both of them for like the first year of my stacking. Thinking that the information they shared was beneficial, and a lot of times it was, but a lot of times, you know, it just turns out to be Harry or Tim talking most of the time, and you know, I think it's cool the interviews that they have with the SD Bullion guys, but I don't buy from SD Bullion anymore unless they have a super screaming deal. If they don't, then I'm not really rushing to them buying my normal stuff. What pirate coin? Talking about the one I had last night. As a matter of fact, I was going through my coins. I found two more pirate coins too. And last night I mentioned that they had holes in most of them, but these two pirate coins don't. Nick, you're good, bro. This is a pirate coin. It is. I wish I could see the name on it. It's there, but it's very faded. It's got a lion with a crown on it. It says something plus dot D. It's really old. And then I got another one here. Another one here, but this one doesn't have any writing that I can read on the back. It just has a couple of designs. I haven't put it under the scope, so I could. It does have a picture of somebody's head right here, like a bust. Brooke, I'll see you later, bro. You say, how much did I pay for something like this? Bro, I don't even remember. But this one is different and special. It's identifiable. I just don't know what the markings mean, and I'll have to look them up. But the pirate coin I showed the other night, that one I paid like $12 for or something. Yeah, you don't see those at the LCS. You're right. No problem, Mandy. Thank you for coming back. But this one is an Indonesian, And the hole's not round. It's like definitely not round. They just punched a hole in it with whatever. Yeah, this is from 1658 AH to 1805 AH. Very old. That is some old booty. I don't know if that's good booty, but it is definitely some old booty. I don't know what that coin even values at, honestly, so I don't know if it's a good one or not. All I know is that I have it. Oh, that's pretty cool. The ancient to now. I have a couple of coin shops I go to. One of them has a lot of older foreign coins. The other one pretty much sticks to, and I haven't seen any older coins, but he pretty much sticks to U.S., Canadian. I mean, any major ones, like from any of the islands or, Great Britain or thing like that, he'll have those. But like anything obscure, he normally doesn't have out on display. That doesn't mean he doesn't have it, just that means he doesn't have it on display. No problem, bro. Please take that shower. I'm starting to smell you through YouTube. A coffee cup from the Gentleman Prospector. I did win it from Mama Bird, though. The classy classifier. Can't complain about a free coffee cup. Woodchucker, have a great night, bro. Appreciate you for coming by. Okay, right on, Nick. Appreciate you. 3D Woodwork still putting together his wood shop. It was in my chat the other night. He was like before or after you were in. I'm back. Grilled chicken salad. Grilled chicken's awesome. I can't eat salad right now, though. Not yet. We'll get there, though. We will get there. Gonna take some time. Once I get my bottom snapped in, it'll be a whole lot different. Justin, I don't know if you know this or not, but Bear gifted you a membership there, bro. Been waiting for a salad all day. There's many things I could be waiting for all day, and a salad's probably lower on the list, in my opinion. But to each their own. Don't get me wrong, salad's great. I just don't know if I'd be waiting for it. Yes, that happened actually a couple of weeks ago, Justin. About a week and 10 days. Like that. Not a week and 10 days. Like 13 days. Almost 2 weeks. Yeah, you're good, bro. I eat veggies all the time, though. So I feel you. What do you mean I'm on so damn late? I'm on late for you, bro, but I can tell you right now, I got at least 4 or 5. I see 1, 2, 3. I probably have at least three West Coasters in chat right now that I can think of. You know, Mandy and Bear being two of them. You know, Donna, she's a hardcore. She's in my chat all the time, no matter how late it is. She'll share run while she falls asleep. Nick is a hardcore too. He's in the same under the same roof as Donna. They're roommates, and he's a little beat up right now though, pushing a car by himself and then falling on his face, and then getting up and trying it again and falling on his face again. So he's not in too good a shape right now. Hopefully he heals up pretty good. I hope you're doing all right there, Nikki. Mandy Lee Rain, I might be in trouble. Laugh out loud. What do you mean, Bear? Bear, stay away. Bear, if you want to venture to whatnot, you can. But if you really want to venture to whatnot, let's meet up for a little bit and I'll show you some stuff first before you start getting into it. Just like I said, if you want to do it, that's fine. I have no problem with that. You do you. But I can give you some advice and give you some direction. Catcom. Don't egg. No egging or poking the bear. No poking the bear. But Bear, if you really want to do it, you can. But I can definitely show you some stuff that will make it safer for you to do it if you do plan on doing it. It is definitely free to watch. It is. Don't get me wrong, it's free to watch. However, and I'm going to tell you this just because I've done it myself. Yeah, it is free to join the giveaways too. Mandy Lee Rain is 100% right. Bro, Rick, you're amazing. I appreciate you. I really do. Gibby goblins are a thing. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. If I sit in a room long enough, man, I'm gonna swipe. I will swipe. I know me. So if I'm in a room long enough, I will swipe. And they know that. Because the rooms I go into, they know me. So if I chill for a while, they know I'm gonna swipe. The thing about it is the rooms I go into, I win in their rooms. They don't like it very much. And Donna is the givey queen. Justin Winch with a $10 super chat. Let's fucking go. We've got Rick throwing down some funds. We got Justin throwing down some funds. You guys are fucking amazing. W's in the chat. Let's go. We got Bear, Deneen, Rick, and Justin all throwing down today. Let's go. For sure. Donna has won medals for me quite a bit, actually, and Nick as well. Nick and Donna are following me. They came over from Whatnot. And when I was running rooms, they know that whenever a person that I know is over there, you always get more than you're supposed to win. I always fluffed packages because some people are lucky like that. Donna's won. She won a graded peace dollar from me. Nick won an unopened 1 ounce Theodore Roosevelt Riders. I think it was a Rough Rider coin. It was unopened, sealed in the clamshell when I sent it to him. It was a giveaway. And I gave it away because I sponsored another guy's channel trying to get him to 1,000 sales. And we got there. And when we got to a certain point, whoever the highest person buying stickers was Donna. She won the first giveaway. And then at the end, when we got to 1,000, I did another 1 ounce silver giveaway. And that is where Nick won that. Putting 420 in your name, better odds to win. I don't know if that's better or not, but it definitely could help, I guess. My sister and I go to the casino. They're always winning, not me. Well, let me tell you something, Manny. Or Mandy, let me tell you something. Every time you put something like this in your stack, you're a winner. Okay? You are the winner. And don't let anybody tell you different. That's funny that you say that, Justin. When I go to a casino, I play Spanish 21 blackjack. I play third base, last seat in the chair. And most of the time, I win pretty good. I stay out of casinos, though, because I normally don't have that kind of money to gamble. And I do better just buying my medals. Yeah, it's true. That's true. It's been a while since I've been inside of a casino. There's all of them around here that I got Cool Cita. So unfortunately for me, Mandy, I've got Cool Cita, I've got Tulalip, I've got Skagit, I've got Angel the Winds, all within 30 minutes of driving. Do I have an addictive personality? I could, but that's why I stay away from certain things, so I would imagine so. I don't know if it's necessarily as addictive as you would. I don't know. Probably, if I think about it, probably. I mean, I smoke weed, right? So I do that. I don't really drink. So there are some addictions that I can completely avoid, But when I like something, I like to do it to its extent if I can. Well, I mean, it's an honest question that deserves an honest answer. So, thought about it, and yeah, I would say so. But I think any stacker has an addictive personality because they're a stacker and they're addicted to putting metals away. So I think that anybody who's a stacker has an addictive personality, I guess. Oh, that's cool, Justin. My doctor asked me that once and once only. That's funny. Well, let's be honest, Mandy. You got to get out. You got to get out and do your thing, you know. And if that's every once in a while getting out to the casino with your sisters, and then you do you, girl. Can't nobody fault you for going out and spending your time the way you want to. Whether that be at a casino, whether that be walking on the Seattle Pier, don't matter. Bear, have a great night, bro. Have a safe trip to work. You know, I know you travel very, very, very far for work, so make sure that you get there safely for me, okay? I say that because I think Bear's commute is probably the shortest out of all of ours. It's hard to fall out of bed in the office chair. Hey, I understand, man. Like I said, you be careful getting there. I mean, that could be a crucial 3 or 4 steps. They say most accidents happen within a mile of your home. I can light a cigarette and walk to work and still have half of it left when I get there. Oh, I'm sorry, Bear. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to make your commute shorter than it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got you. I work for a company that has a bunch of stores, and they will take their talent and move them to stores that are struggling. Have a good night, Bear. We'll see you tomorrow, bro. So I have been to 3 different stores in the 6 years or 5.5 years I worked for them, um, to fix things, train people and fix them. Heather, how are you? Heather, I want to ask you. We have been on a mission to find lady stackers that want to come on the metal mob. Would you like to be one of those stackers, Heather? No is me. Okay. So just make sure I read that right. You said no, you're not interested, Heather? And Heather, I have my metal. Heather, don't even go there. That is the least that you do not. I doubt that at all. You have great camera presence. There is no reason why you would think that you would fail at this at all. I am very, very confident that you would do rather well. Well, you're not dealing with people. You're dealing with 3 people. That's it. It's not a huge group. But if you would like to, you are more than welcome. We would love to have you on, Heather. And ask Mandy. It's not as intimidating as it seems. Now, I don't know how much drinking or smoking she did before she came on to calm her nerves, but I can tell you that it's definitely worth it. You're just chatting with us, just a conversation. So if you're ever interested, Heather, you are more than welcome to come up anytime you'd like. Mandy has no more nails left. Sure, she does. I know she has plenty of nails left. It wasn't as bad as she thought, I'm sure. I think Mandy had a great time. She did great when she was on. And I think that Heather would do just fine too. Well, Heather, it's all about talking. So honestly, we could crack the can and just let you run with it. We just want to hear about you, your stacking journey. If you're interested, I would love to have you on. So just keep that in mind. If you're ever interested or you ever feel like you want to take that plunge, it's very easy to do, and we would love to have you, Heather. Okay? So the invite's out there. The ball is in your court. You just let us know. I've lost my mind and always my train of thought. Hey, I think we've all lost our train of thought from time to time, and mine's blown, you know? So you're plenty fine, Heather. Mandy's like, notepad. Justin, have a great night. Welcome to the Metal Mob. Thanks for the 10 bucks, bro. I appreciate you with that super chat. You rock, man. Yeah, I had snow on my car this morning when I woke up, you guys. You were called Grandma your first live? Well, we're going to change that, Heather. I'm a grandpa, so ain't no thing. Justin, making sure he sends a membership. Freaking awesome. Gets himself a membership. Justin Winch, you're epic, bro. Appreciate you, man. Well, you wouldn't think that I'd be a grandpa, so I feel you, Heather. Someone called me that the other day while I was a passenger in a car. They called you a grandma while you were a passenger in a car? Well, neither one of you two look like grandmas, so just keep in mind you got to understand the source of the people you're dealing with. Oh, yeah, dude, I can't wait for you to get you either. Wolf, come on, Cartier. The front of the line. That's not the case, bro. That's funny, though. Justin, thanks for throwing out that membership, bro. I appreciate you. I can't wait for you to do a video on when you get your pew pew. Catcom, you got 5 grandkids? Nice. I have one grandson. His name is Benjamin. As a matter of fact, something. Before I met Benjamin, when he was still being processed and incubating in my daughter's tummy, he, or I should say I was super excited to be a new grandpa, even though it was super, super early based on the age of my daughter. That being said, can you guys see this? Can you see that? That is a cake. That is 2.5 hours of my work. That right there is a 165 diaper cake, ranging from newborn to size 2. And it's a 3-tier cake. It was me starting it. I had their flat piece, the dowel coming out the center to keep it all together. And that's the first part. Made the ribbons, glued them all together, made the lettering on the ribbons. It is kind of dry to eat. You know, it just sucks the moisture right out of your mouth. But very excited to be a grandpa. And I held him one time. Anyways, Humble can do more than just stack silver and gold. I took pictures of the process because I didn't want my daughter to think that I just went out and bought it. Even though it would still be diapers for her, but I wanted her to understand that I put in the time and wrapped all those fucking diapers and twisted them all up into small little bundles just so I could make that cake. Stacking grandkids? Nah, I don't want to stack grandkids. That'd be rough. Can I bake a cake? Of course I can. I do all kinds of baking actually. I like cakes. I like cookies. I really like to make brownies. I can do a lot of stuff from scratch. I can follow a recipe. I'm a really good cook too. I like to cook. You baked banana bread today? That is awesome, Heather. Banana bread is the shit. I like zucchini bread too. But yeah, I like all kinds of breads. You know what the best part about making bread there is? For me, no, I can make magic brownies too. But for me, it's kneading the dough. I love kneading dough. You know, like if I'm making a couple of loaves of bread, after you get the dough and it's already done its rising and going through the second portion and kneading, you know, I love kneading dough. Triple A, what is going on, my friend? Cinnamon roll gusto. I can make Cinnabon cinnamon rolls. I love cinnamon rolls. That's fun. Donuts are fun too. But I love kneading dough. Kneading dough is probably one of the most therapeutic things that you could do. I can make twist donuts. Bagels are a little challenging, but I can also make a 7 braid egg bread called challah bread. Can of Stacker, yes, donuts are the shit, right? How you doing, bro? But yeah, I like to cook. I do. I love to cook. You live to cook? Oh man. You mean you don't cook to live? You live to cook? Normally people cook to live, Heather, but you do you. Yeah, there you go. I cook to live. I love cooking though. I do. I've done it many times. I've done it in restaurants before. I haven't worked for years. Cook, cook, cook. Cooking is therapeutic as well. I will eat all the kiddish you can bake. Well, it's better to cook at home. It is less expensive. That is 100%. But with the price of food these days, it's hard to cook and live at home healthily nowadays and affordably. It's so hard unless you're growing your own products, you know? Bagok. Do you have chickens, Heather? Cooking to live is more of a healthy mindfulness. It is way better than restaurants. Keep on hand, catch sales. I bought a half cow, and yes, never buy eggs. When I was growing up, my dad used to buy whole cows from the local guy. Cool thing about it is about 6 in the morning, we'd be out there. He'd already choose the bull he wanted, and the bull would be separated from the herd. The butcher would come out, and granted, this is 6 in the morning, so I'm out there with my brother and sister, and my mom and my dad, and we're eating cinnamon toast. And the butcher comes out, bull comes out, butcher shoots him right between the eyes, and in 20 minutes has him gutted, skinned, and cut in half, hanging in the back of the truck. The guy was a master of his craft. I don't have any chickens, but I buy direct from farm next door. Uh, I'll be honest with you, chickens, uh, eggs that you eat from a chicken that is hatched in your own house or home property, brown chicken eggs are so much richer in flavor. The yolk is so much better. It is way better before it goes all that dyeing and all that other stuff where they bleach the shells white and everything else because most of the eggs, you guys, depending on the chicken, aren't white eggs. We used to have Aracondas, and they would lay blue and green eggs. Blue and green eggs by an Araucana chicken. But when I cook, it's going to be the best possible way I can make it. I don't like to throw together tasteless, expensive foods. So, for instance, Mandy, like let's just say spaghetti. Okay, I used to have green and dark brown from your Aracanas. Um, I make my own tomato sauce for like spaghetti. So I'll put my chopped tomatoes together, my tomato sauce, put all my seasoning in there, all natural, and cook and let it run. Oh, let's see here. Oh, you know something that was weird? Fun fact: Spam has 6 ingredients. A chicken nugget has 30. I like Spam. My kids like Spam. Spam's awesome. We go egg hunting here when it's egg laying season for birds. No, I feel you. I know you do. I love fresh garlic, but you know what I like? So you say fresh garlic and onion. Mandy, have you ever heard of a scallion? So a scallion is a mix between a piece of garlic and an onion. And garlics are part of the onion family, which a lot of people don't realize. But scallions, so you can take scallions and cook them down like you would an onion, right? And it has that extra garlic flavor to it. So you can cook down scallions and actually make a sauce out of them. So then you take the scallions and you put them over spaghetti noodles. And I'll be honest with you, you should try it. Not as a main dish, but as a side dish. It is amazing. It really is. It is amazing. So before my, or right after my aneurysm, um, I got a job at Walmart as a, you know, at Walmart to sling tires. Fried spaghetti. I haven't, but I've had spaghetti on the barbecue. Crazy enough. But I was hired for their tire department. The first day they heard I had cash handling experience, I got promoted to the front end manager of all the cashiers. But then I moved to the produce management. After about 8 months of running the front, they moved me to produce, and I took their $40,000 a month loss and turned it into a $10,000 a month gain just by not ordering as much product and getting rid of the product that was about to, would go bad because I had too much of it and doing hot sales and stuff. So I did really good there. But after I left Walmart, I found a much better job. But I learned a lot as a produce manager there. Has to soak the sauce overnight, then put in a frying pan and crack a couple of eggs in it, cook till really brown. I don't know. I don't know if I'd really do that. Spaghetti the next day is always better. I prefer cold spaghetti. That is 100% accurate. I prefer cold spaghetti. I've actually had spaghetti tacos as well. I will. I'll try it. But I've had spaghetti tacos. They're actually pretty good. Donna, you were in produce at Walmart for 11 years. That's awesome. The biggest thing about produce is you learn a lot. You do. You learn a lot about stuff. Like if you guys are at the grocery store and you walk by the oranges and you can smell an orange, if you walk by the oranges and you can smell an orange, I can tell you that somewhere in that pile there is a bad orange. Refried mac and cheese. These are foods I stay away from. Yeah, so a lot of people don't realize that if you walk by oranges and you can smell one, there's a bad one there. You got to cull your fruit 3 to 4 times a day when you have a decent produce department because it could be good in the morning and go bad within the day. A lot of people don't realize that. And so if you're not culling your fruit and vegetables multiple times throughout the day, you could be selling bad product. Yes, Mandy, really, you can tell. I guarantee see it. And most of the time, it happens with little cuties or halos. That's when you're going to see it the most. And normally, it's a bag underneath other bags that they can't see. And the thing about oranges is it's just like apples. One bad apple can ruin the bunch. Same thing for oranges. One bad orange can ruin the bunch. Baked spaghetti is not bad either. I don't mind baked spaghetti. It's not bad. What I'd really like to do is make my own noodles. That I haven't been able to accomplish yet, but I would love to be able to make my own noodles because once you can make your own noodles, then it's all natural all the way across the board. So if you walk by a stacker and smell a stacker, I don't know, bro. That might be the case. You might be able to, but most of the time, stackers don't have a smell. I encourage you to try, though. I encourage you to try. I mean, some stackers could have a smell like not a good one. I like to say that I like to think that I smell pretty pleasant. So if I walk by a stacker, I smell a stacker. That's funny. My small store sells soft, rotten produce. I can't believe the crap sometimes. Yeah, gas for ripening. Yeah, Heather, that sucks. Sorry. Actually, people don't realize there's a male and a female bell pepper as well. It's funny. It's not lasagna, but I feel you there, Heather. Baked spaghetti is actually really good. I live in the woods with my dog. Definitely have a smell. I feel like pennies smell. You know, pennies do have a metallic smell to them. It's actually three or four. On a bell pepper, it's three or four. And yes, that is the case. Did you know that the female bell pepper is sweeter than the male bell pepper? Did you know that? Yeah, three male bumps, four female bumps. And you can tell just by flipping it over and looking at it. So, female bell peppers are sweeter in taste than male bell peppers. Okay. Uh, what happened? Who, what? We're talking about male and female bell peppers, Heather. Surfer, what's up? You're working on your taxes? That is depressing, bro. That is depressing. But you know what? At least you're doing them. I can tell you a handful of people I know that don't do them. No, the female one's sweeter, as far as I remember. Yes, on the bottom of the bell pepper. But the female is sweeter than the male. And bell pepper is one of those things that I don't, I can't see now. Bell pepper is one of those things that I can cut and eat raw, right? Like I can cut and eat most vegetables raw. I don't like zucchini or squash raw. Those have to at least be softened a little bit for me to chew on them. But when it comes to other ones, like I love fresh beans, fresh peppers, fresh broccoli. I can eat fresh cauliflower. Um, but there are some vegetables that actually have to be cooked. But corn, when you cook it yourself and you go out and rip an ear apart and take a bite of it, corn is so fucking sweet. It is like sugar. It's like fucking sugar. Corn is amazing. Canna Stacker, welcome to the Humbles Heroes, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for joining, my friend. I pay my tax man to stay out of prison. I don't blame you, Catcom. Yeah, Surfer, that sucks, bro. I do make zucchini bread too, Humble. That is awesome. Zucchini bread is amazing. I like banana bread, zucchini bread, like you name it. I mean, look, I'm not small, you guys, and I like to eat. Yeah, so that's the thing, Surfer, is for me, I'm still on a 1040 easy because I don't have any substantial assets like you would, and I don't itemize, I don't do any of that. So my are very, very simple. It's a plus and a minus. It's a minus because there's nothing to add any kind of challenge to it, and it's a plus in the sense that I'm not beating my head against the wall trying to get things like you might be right now. Rutabaga is good. It has to be cooked a certain way, though, Nick. Canna Stacker, bro, you hang out as often as you want, anytime you want, man. That is amazing. I'm serious. When you grow your own corn, it's sweeter than any corn you can buy. I guarantee it. You claim two dogs and a goldfish. Hey, as long as 10.5% state income tax, they're actually working on a millionaire tax up here where you get a first free milli and then you get taxed like 9.9%, up from 1%. And they're complaining that it's moving from 1% to 9.9% if you make over $1 million a year. Now, what kind of person, I'm sorry, and I hate to say this, but listen, if you make $1 million a year and you're complaining about 8.9% more taxes on your millie, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. And that's after the first millie. So it's anything after the first millie, then you have to pay the taxes on. I'm sorry, but your like I don't understand your complaint. I'm sorry, I don't. Now I get that as you grow in your annual income, your means for what you need to keep growing grows because you buy bigger houses, you buy more important things, more expensive things, and I get that. But you know what? Listen, pull up your big boy pants, just pay your taxes, quit complaining. And I'm not saying that to you, Surfer. I'm just saying that to the guys up here complaining about it. No, I feel you. How many silver coins a tax man takes, and I get that. But at the end of the day, it could be worse. It could be worse. Yeah, they're talking about leaving our state. Stuart, I feel you, man. I just like if you're making $1 million, right? Like you should have the proper things set up to where you have things honoring what your taxes would be that could be considered write-offs, right? So like charitable donations, things like that. Those things help when it comes to offsetting your taxes, right? So there's just things that you can do to help with that to where you're not actually paying, because a charitable donation is considered a write-off based off of, it takes out of your annual income, right? So it does lower things. So I just don't get it. The taxes are different. They're challenging in every state. They all have their own different codes that you have to follow by and abide by. So it's all different. Well, they should have made highway investments because I-79 is over 50 years old. Who's paying infrastructure debt? Oh, Heather, there's things going on. Don't don't sympathize with the overlords. So far up here, no tax on PMs. All right, so right around the corner, man. I'm telling you, Washington did it. Other states have done it. It's just going to be a matter of time before most states fall in line. Well, see, that's the thing, Nick. Is somebody who makes $250,000 a year? Let's just say he makes $250,000 a year, but he's got $210,000 a year going out in expenses, right? So at that point, he's only able to put away 40,000 for investments or this or that. I mean, that person is probably not living within their means. So like they could move some stuff around and change some stuff so their savings is a little greater. But you should all have somebody who helps you with this. You need a financial advisor and a tax advisor. That's right. You can't tax what doesn't exist. All you have to do is find the info for a community college extra 1K back. Work the system. When farmers were replaced with tractors, they survived. Lots of jobs will be lost due to robotics. Of course it will. AI is killing jobs right now as well. Avocado, what is up, my friend? Here, if 65 can lock in property taxes, mine are several thousand a year. Just the payment is 300 to 400 until I die. Or move to. You could move to Minnesota and open a daycare. I hear that there's quite the amount of money that can be given away to daycare owners in Minnesota. I did hear that. I think I saw it somewhere on the news. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Saw it somewhere on the news. Did it for 3 years. Now you're back to plain old taxes. I don't blame you. What did Mandy leave in? Wrong channel. What's up? Howdy, humble. Dropped in wrong topic. Nah, we're just going off about all kinds of stuff tonight, you guys. Yeah, well, I mean, taxation is a form of theft, in my opinion, as well. But unfortunately, not paying your taxes can get you in more trouble than letting them steal from you. It's like, depending on what you claim and things like that, some people take the maximum out of their check. Some people take the minimum out of their check because they feel they can do more with that money throughout the year than the government can do for them. You're not loaning it to them interest free. And I believe Surfer said that the other day on one of his streams. That's the reason why he does it annually instead of quarterly. He doesn't want them to have his money interest free for a year. And I don't blame him. They make enough money on us as it is. Don't give them more. As long as you don't owe, you don't have to file. No, that's a lie. Just to be clear, that is not truth. We separated from a king for less than we suffer now. I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure how to respond to that, Catcom, Stuart, because honestly, paying the government is like paying the king. So you're really in the same kind of sense of what you're looking at, right? So you either pay the king your percentages or you pay the government your percentages. The government essentially just took place of what the king was with their taxes. I can guarantee you 100%, 100% that whoever told you that at H&R Block is wrong. I can tell you 100% that you need to file your taxes every year, whether you get a return back or not. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, they don't want you to get a return. They don't want you to pay taxes above and beyond what you pay on an annual basis. They want it to be a wash. Bring it humble, I'm mistaken. I can tell you that they want it to be a wash every year. And I've been wrong before. I mean, I could be wrong now, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think that I am. I'm pretty sure that you should file your taxes whether you owe or not, because they want to know how it all runs. They want to know, make sure that you're paying and that it's a wash. Okay, so I hope you guys, can you guys hear me? Give me a 5x5 if you can hear me. Okay, so listen up. You generally do not have to file for federal tax income if you're below the IRS standard deduction threshold. However, you should file if you have had federal taxes withheld from your paycheck, as this is the only way to get a refund if you qualify for refundable credit. There is your answer. If you work and you pay taxes out of your paycheck, you file every year. Now, it says not if you're due a refund. It doesn't say if you're due a refund. It's the only way to get a refund if you qualify for refundable credits. That's what it says. But it says you should file if you have had federal taxes withheld from your paycheck. So there are exceptions. If you're on Social Security, you don't have to file taxes. I get that. But you're below the threshold at that point. But if you work and they take taxes out of your paycheck, Listen, you guys, I get it. I get it. I understand what you're saying. But Al Capone didn't think he needed to pay his federal income taxes either. You don't have to unless you owe. I'm just telling you guys. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just like you guys. It's you run it at your own risk, right? If you don't file, that's on you guys. I mean, like I'm not telling you like it's all your risk, but I know that I work and I have taxes coming out of my check. Whether I'm owed a refund or not at the end of the year, I still file. But generally, gainfully employed. You're only taxed on your gainful money, the money that you make gainfully, right? So if you're on Social Security and you only make a fixed income in a certain amount, you don't get that. Okay. And if I'm talking to a bunch of retirees right now, which I don't think, if I'm talking to a bunch of retirees, then yes, you're correct. You don't have. Okay. But that being said, you have to take your RMD at a certain age, and that's taxable income. Okay, you have to do all kinds of things at certain ages, which are considered taxable incomes. At that point, you file. So if you guys don't file, it's entirely up to you. But I'm not going to run that risk for myself. Oh, look at that! But I bet he didn't know, or did he? He must have. But you never know unless you file. That's kind of catch 22. I get it. Anyways, I was just saying, we did start a pretty big debate there, bro. Hello, H&R Block. Yeah, I'm just saying that you should file every year, unless you're one of those exceptions, and I doubt anybody in here is one of those exceptions. Because if you're a stacker on a fixed income, then I want to talk to you as well. You need to be on the metal mob. I got to put dedication to you. Give unto Caesar. On a fixed income, Catcom? So, man, I know Nick's on a fixed income and Donna's probably on a fixed income too. But no, like stacker on a fixed income, how you guys make it work is hard. I don't have a government fixed income, but my income's pretty fixed in how much I have to go out every month. So I'm pretty limited as to what I can do. So any fixed income stackers that don't file their taxes when I pop up here, we can definitely get you up on the old metal mob too. BB stacking, what's going on? Yeah, I guess that'll be a debate. Like you should, but you don't have to. Like if you don't want to file your taxes, don't. I'd rather, yeah. I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but it's better that they go after you than me. Like I said, don't take that the wrong way, but if they're going to go after somebody, yeah, I'd rather it be you than me if you're not going to pay your taxes because they're not going to come after me for not paying mine. I moved some of my retirement from one page to another one yesterday, waiting for it to be finalized so I can do some stuff with that and then make some changes. So I'm pretty excited about that. You're out. What are you out of, Heather? You're toast. You're not toast, Heather. You're not toast because you weren't cooking just now. You were talking. Stacking Blues is a nice name. Is there a name in here called Stacking Blues? I thought it was BB Stacking. Your pension? Well, if your pension is taxable income, then all I'm saying is look, call a tax advisor, ask him the questions before you end up getting yourself in trouble if that's the case. And make sure it's a reputable one that sets up things for companies and high money laundering countries and states. But if you guys don't want to pay your taxes, that's on you, not on me. Well, if you don't, yeah, okay. Nobody wants to owe, Mandy. Okay, so here's a scenario for you. Here's a scenario for you guys that don't want to file your taxes. Tax code changes. You don't realize it because you don't file your taxes. Okay? Then you went from not owing to owing. Okay, and it's not a lot. It's not a lot. Let's just say it's $100 a year. Let's just say you owe $100 a year. Now, at that point, you're still just a small fry. You're a small fish of all the people that owe a lot of money that they have to chase after. Okay, but here's your scenario: you don't file for 3 years after not owing, then you owe for 3 years, and then you file your taxes. Right? Just say you file your taxes. Then all of a sudden you find out that you owe for 3 years. Okay, it ends up costing you more, and the reason it costs you more is because you weren't diligent enough to file your taxes and find out that the tax code changed. And what if a meteor hits my backyard? Oh my God. Well, the chances of you getting in trouble for not filing your taxes are probably more likely than a meteor hitting your backyard, Cartier. You had hail? Well, maybe those are the meteors that Cartier is talking about. All I heard was blues today, including the death of coin collecting and stacking from a couple of folks yesterday. Well, I did mention that coin collecting is becoming a thing of more of the past. The newer generation isn't as interested in collecting as other generations have been. It could be worth a lot of money. Not sure what. That if it hits your backyard, you own it. A meteor, or probably wouldn't own it. I'm sure that people would come to collect it because a meteor did hit your backyard, but you never know. I'm sure you could put in a claim for it. Coin collecting? Yeah. I can tell you that our newer generation of people growing up right now, okay, I can tell you that they're not as interested in coin collecting as they would be in crypto. Tell me a young person that carries cash with them nowadays. If you do know one, they're far and few apart. Heck, I don't even know a lot of adults that carry cash. You can tell me? Be careful with your boating trip for sure, surfer. Have a great night. That's cool. That's cool. But I can tell you that you might be probably one of the more anomalies because any coin club that I'm part of or could join around here. And Gold Maple said this the other day in one of my lives. His coin club, he stops by, and the people are so old they couldn't understand when he said coin. They thought he said something else. So we are all raised so differently. But yes, so you know, your coin club might have younger people in it, but in general, there's not as many young people in it as there should be. Your goat barn's getting flooded. Well, that's no good. If we can get to a stable point, that would be good and improve the retail market for stackers. That would be good. I'd like to get to a stable point too, but you know what? It's going to fluctuate and be unstable for a little while. There are still young ones out there. My daughter's a stacker, and Madison actually expressed she likes older coins, and that was cool. That was, but that doesn't happen very often, and that's because I'm in the coin world. But you take your average household who has nothing to do with silver or gold or coins, and they could give a shit less about old coins. I know I'm not the only dad doing that, but I can tell you it's not as common as it used to be. And if you guys want to argue with whether it's common as it used to be, you guys are, you know, it's just not as common. That would have been cool. A Cuban Libby from 1920. That would have been definitely cool. Oh, I've been wrong before. I'm not perfect. Okay, don't want to know where storms are. Sorry to bother you. Who are you talking to, Nick? Stuart, I stay wrong. It seems it stays. Yeah, it's easier. That's funny. I get it. I get it. I'd like to get stackers involved and get people stacking. If they end up collecting, that'd be cool too. But it's just not as common as it used to be. That's all I'm saying. Our city had a tornado 17 chugged up the street next to us. No deaths. It's like it all got sucked down the hill into the edge of town. Okay. Yeah, maybe not around me. Do I go to a local coin shop? Yes, I've gone to a local coin shop. My LCS has coins and bullion in it. But you want to know what I see when I walk in the door? When you walk in the door, do you see drool? No, I don't see drool. But when you walk in the door, yeah, you see older collectors that are there probably selling their stuff more than anything else, and then you find stackers that are looking to add weight. If they're looking for a certain thing, that's entirely up to them. But I have one goal when I go into a LCS. But when I walk in the door, I see a bunch of older people. And that's at both of the coin shops that I go to. Now I know coin shops are different from state to state or country to country, and coin clubs are different. You happen to be in Canada, so your coin clubs might be more fruitful in the younger generation. But I can tell you, my state especially, people don't really cash. People don't invest in gold and silver like they should. They invest in stupid stuff like crypto and things like that have no backing. Going to CoinShow Thursday to try to dump 17 war nickels. All they're doing for me is taking up space. Yeah? All you have is a pawn shop in your town, but you found some gems. That's cool. That would be cool to come up there, Stuart. When I go to the LCS, I see people from teenagers to retirement. That's cool. My LCS doesn't have that kind of diversity. Either one of them. But that's cool that you see teenagers in there. I mean, somebody actually did right for them, taught them the right way to do something. War nickels and sterling terrible stackers. I'm gonna make you blue real quick there, buddy. There you go. DG went and smurfed you up there, man. So now you're blue. You'll pop in other people's channels, do stuff like that. Like them up, subscribe to them. If sellers try to lowball me, I'll walk away and get back with you. I asked my LCS to see slabs. My LCS is slabs too, I would imagine. I bought slabbed coins there for whatnot. It's when I was buying ASEs for $45 a piece in a slab. But he was selling it because it was bullion. He wasn't selling it because it was a graded coin. Avocado, 2 ounces away from completing 100 ounces your first year of stacking. Congratulations, man. Catcom. See, not interesting. What are you talking about, Heather? What's not interesting? It's like $4 silver. Experience. No, Heather, having you on the channel would be great to know how you do things and why you do them the way you do, because everybody has a different journey. Everybody has different. No, I'm a grandpa. You're not a grandma. I'm a. Yeah, Rick, bro. That's or avocado. That's awesome. Congratulations, man. It's good to have a goal and to set it out loud. You're not a grandma. No, I'm year of the horse. I'm a Sagittarius, Heather. Year of the horse for me. It is my year. This is the year of the horse. On your second 100 ounces, Catcom. That's awesome. Congratulations, man. That's good. You ran earlier, made you tired. It makes me tired when I run too. Stacking is not as easy as for some. So the fact that you're able to do it, bro, is awesome. And you've reached goals. So keep up the good work, man. Working on your second 100, that's awesome. Last year, I met my stacking goals, which were awesome. This year, I will meet my stacking goals again. A little setback, but I'll be on pace here soon enough. Heather, have a great night. I think everybody's always looking for deals. Yeah, good night, Heather. Have a great night. After your 100 ounces, you're moving into gold. Nice. No, Heather, I am a Sagittarius. Yes, year of the horse. avocado, fractional gold is not for the weak need. Several weeks ago, I purchased a 1961 BU sent for Morgan for $15. Somewhere along the line, he lost track of it, so he sent me a Japanese samurai era BU coin that values out at about 45 to 50 bucks. Nice. You're the metal pig. Catcom, have a great night, bro. Appreciate you coming by and hanging out. Always fun having debates and chats, and I appreciate you. Thanks for coming in. I will see you next time I'm on, which will be tomorrow night. That is 100%. I prefer to stack frack. Thousand Air Radio's on tomorrow. No, I like Thousand Air. He's a smart guy. I've actually been on his live once or twice. I think maybe just once. But I was on for like 3 hours. We hung out for a while. It was pretty cool. You'll be on Thousand Air tomorrow, Catcom? Is that what you're saying? You were on for 8 hours with him? Yeah, I think we were only on for about 3.5 or 4. But yeah, we were on a bit of a run too. It was pretty cool. Yeah, he's cool. I think I'm too boring for him though, but I think he's hella cool. I said I'm too boring for him. So yeah, he is super cool though. I like watching him on Monday Night Metal, Saturday Morning Metals, and I catch his lives every once in a while when I can as well. He's super cool. Yeah, he's just into a lot more than I am. That's all. He's a smart guy though. He knows a lot. Most of his gambles pay off when he does it, so he's pretty successful in the way he does stuff. His Mommy Sigma song. No, I don't think he sounds like an old time New York gangster. He does sound a little like, yeah, he does kind of sound like Joe Pesci. So I guess in that sense, yeah. The Mommy Sigma song is so cool. I thought when I bought a Sigma for $900 hurt my feelings. The price now would give me a seizure. Yes, it's good to have a mommy. Leo gets. Leo gets. That's right. Leo gets. Whatever Leo wants, Leo gets. But I can tell you right now, they fuck you in the drive-thru. Every single time, they fuck you in the drive-thru. That was a good for him. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Leo gets. Tuna? Why did they give me tuna? They fuck you in the drive-thru. Yeah, probably one of the best lines that he had in that movie. I love that. That was a good one. Get it? Leo gets. Leo would love DoorDash. I don't know if he would love DoorDash or not. Because you're still going through the drive-thru with most DoorDashes. So I don't know if you would love DoorDash or not, man. That's funny. All right, boys and girls, we're pushing 2 hours and 36 minutes. No, he would not like the price of it because of how much it costs to get it done. But I'm going to call it a night, you guys. I will see you all tomorrow like normal. 16 lovely people in here still. We had 28 thumbs up throughout the community. Lots of super chats today. Lots of extra memberships today. That is awesome. No, Nick, your name wasn't drawn yet for the eagle. I'm sorry, Nick. Maybe next time. We'll work on it, though, okay? You guys all have a great night. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the chats around taxes and all that other stuff. You guys have a great night. Stack what you can where you can. Of course, anything I say is never financial advice. It's just, just me doing what I do, talking about what I do. You guys all have a great night. I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for coming by. If you need anything, of course, just message me. But thank you all for coming in. I hope to see you all later. You guys have a great night. Of course, stack what you can where you can. Whether that's a dime, a quarter, 50-cent piece, don't matter. Just keep stacking. Have a great night, you guys. Be doing a mail call on my poker chips coming in tomorrow, and then another one on Friday when my stuff come in. So I cannot wait. I'm so excited. You guys have a great night. I will see you all later.